What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. MTG here with another episode. If you're new to the channel, hi there. So as the title says below, we're going to talk about OnePlus Open 4 months later. I think OnePlus Open really set the standard for what a foldable needs to be in 2024 because rumors are indicating that Pixel Fold 2 and Galaxy Z Fold 6 are going to have substantial upgrades that the OnePlus Open kind of already has, and that's a good thing. And I'm already excited to see what OnePlus Open 2 is going to offer, hopefully later at the end of 2024, maybe in 2025. Haven't heard any rumors on that, but nonetheless, I can wholeheartedly and easily recommend this for those who are looking for a foldable, and that's going to start off with the design of the OnePlus Open. I think they did a really good job. They nailed it. And in my use case, after 4 months, the big question is, how has it held up kind of folding it in and out? And I gotta say this, the crease is present. Yeah, it's there. You're gonna notice it if you really take a look at it. If you really focus on the crease, you're gonna notice it there. But I'll be honest with you, 99% of the time, I don't even notice that the crease is there. I don't think about the crease. So for me, it doesn't really get in the way. And yeah, you can see it when you shine light against it right there on screen. You can see, yeah, you can notice it, but it's also not as substantial as the Galaxy Z Fold 5. So that's a lot to say right there. But it's really held up folding in and out just like this. I've been rocking this caseless, and I really haven't gotten too many scratches or dings. In fact, I don't remember dropping this phone. And I hope I still don't drop it afterwards either. So it really has held up well. I think this is the first device in a long time that I've been able to rock caseless, and I don't need to worry about putting a case on this. I also got to say that I'm really happy that OnePlus put the alert slider on the Open. It's just really useful to put it on ring, vibrate, or on silent mode. And I'm happy with that, and they have it with the OnePlus 12, and a 1 month later review is coming on this. I'm still working with the OnePlus 12 and gathering my thoughts about it, so definitely be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also definitely be sure to check out the links in my description down below with my latest wallpaper pack. It's called Alpinism. I really do like how it came out, and I'm working on a newer wallpaper pack, and I think you guys are going to really like that new one when that one comes out, so definitely be sure to stay tuned to the channel for that. But with this larger display, it's been great viewing content. You can do a lot of multitasking. OnePlus offers great features for multitasking. But I'll also be honest with you here, I've only used the OnePlus Open for pretty much just one app at a time, and just having a larger screen for that one app. Like playing Clash of Clans on this has been awesome. It really has. And switching back to a device like the OnePlus 12 or testing Galaxy S24 Ultra, it's kind of, I miss playing Clash of Clans on this larger device. If you haven't tried Clash of Clans on the OnePlus Open, definitely recommend doing so. And the whole thing about folding flat right here, yeah, it doesn't, fold 180 degrees flat like on day one. I don't really care. I really don't care. It doesn't matter for me. But just the fact that this display itself, the quality, it gets really bright at 2000 nits is awesome. And also a huge shout out to the outer display. It feels like a conventional smartphone. Granted, I personally, using the Pixel Fold briefly, I like that form factor of a 5.8-inch outer display. But this one feels like a conventional smartphone. The Galaxy Z Fold 5 feels like a candy bar. It's really thin and small. It's like long. I don't like that. I like this much better than the Z Fold 5, but my personal preference is just the smaller, more compact form factor of the Pixel Fold's outer display. Not the inner, just the outer display. Overall, though, this design has really held up good 4 months later, and I think it's going to hold up for the foreseeable future. You don't really need to worry about folding in and out if it's going to break or whatnot. It's held up perfectly fine for me. Now, there have been some users who have experienced some display issues. I haven't, and I guess it changes from user to user, but for me, I haven't experienced any tint issues or just any general display issues on the outer display and the inner display, and I hope it continues to stay that way. But another big thing with the OnePlus Open is going to be the performance. OnePlus always goes big with performance on their devices, especially with the specs. We're getting 16 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of storage, as well as Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. And yeah, 2024, we're getting Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, but honestly, it's like, that's okay. That's okay. This came out in 2023. It's perfectly fine that it has an 8 Gen 2 because it still performs like a champ. With 16 gigs of RAM, half a terabyte of storage, Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, I've had no issues, no hiccups whatsoever. Daily use has also been great. Like, I've just been throwing everything that I do on a daily, like playing Clash of Clans. I play that on a daily, watching YouTube videos or emailing or browsing the web or calling, texting. There hasn't been any issues. But the one annoyance I've had is when I try to clear notifications. I don't have any notifications right now from the lock screen. It just takes about 3 or 4 times to clear. Like, that one was just easy, but normally it takes 3 or 4 times to clear a notification. And also the fact, like, I just haven't been using those multitasking features like I mentioned earlier. I just generally don't use them. I make use of using the larger screen for just one app, and having a large screen has just really been good. I mean, you get to view more content, first of all. Like, if I'm browsing Twitter, I get to see and view more content. Watching YouTube videos has also been really great on a much larger screen. But yeah, that's been the one annoyance. And I think that one annoyance of trying to clear notifications from the lock screen is more of a software issue with Oxygen OS. Now, Android 14 is available on the OnePlus Open as a beta for certain users. I have not received it yet, so I'm still rocking Android 13 on the OnePlus Open, but I can't wait to get Android 14 with this. But I'll put it this way. After using Oxygen OS and switching back to testing the Galaxy S24 and S24 Ultra, Oxygen OS is just personally not my favorite custom OEM. I like One UI better. I really do miss the old Oxygen OS where it was more of a stock Android feel. Recently, OnePlus, or in the past couple years, they merged with Oppo's Color OS, and they said, they weren't going to, finish that merge, and they were just going to separate and whatnot. But like, I feel like I'm using an Oppo device, and it feels like I'm using Color OS, and that's really the reality. You're not using that stock Android Oxygen OS that OnePlus used to have. It feels more like Color OS. Some may like it, some may not. It's not that I don't like it, but I don't prefer it. Like, I'm just in the middle. I'm a neutral with this type of thing, but I personally prefer One UI more than this new Oxygen OS. But overall, I'll put it this way. If you're looking for a performance beast with a foldable, you can't go wrong with the OnePlus Open. And now that I'm showing you the camera here, let's talk about the camera. I have a couple, just general thoughts about it. It looks like it screams flagship quality, right? And that's something that a foldable should offer too, right? And I gotta say, OnePlus did a great job with the camera. It's actually a usable foldable camera, It performs good. Now, obviously, if you're looking for something like iPhone 15 Pro Max or Galaxy S24 Ultra quality, then yeah, you're not going to be getting that with the OnePlus Open. So it's still not like 100% flagship quality, but it's really good. And if I just want to take some photos and whatnot, I know that I can rely on the camera. I'll put it that way. Now, for those who have been following me, who have been subscribed for quite some time, they know, like, I'm not the biggest camera phone guy. It's not a priority for me to have the best of the best camera on my phone, but to have a decent camera. I know many who prioritize having a great camera on their smartphone. For me, it's not like the top priorities for me. It's maybe like third or fourth after having great performance and great battery life and whatnot. Camera is just not like the number one priority for me of a great smartphone. But again, this is a user preference. It changes from user to user. But I can tell you this, it's still a good camera with stills and with videos. Yes, I'm not going into detail because that's just not me, and I don't want to go into details about the camera because I just don't really use the camera that often. But when I do need to, I know it's there and I can rely on it. Now, another thing with the OnePlus Open, and I think foldables, at least right now, they don't have, is good battery life. Now, some may argue Z Fold 5 has good battery life, or Pixel Fold may. Actually, Pixel Fold, I don't know who would argue that has that good battery life, because it doesn't. I've briefly used it for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and it was not good. But this is really good. A 4,805 milliamp hour battery, 4 months later, still lasts me all day, and it has fast 67-watt charging, which is a huge plus, which is faster than the 45-watt charging that I'm currently testing with the Galaxy S24 Ultra. This charges faster. And that's like a flagship, and this is a foldable flagship. You know what I mean? Like, you'd expect to have faster charging on a flagship slab of glass like the Galaxy S24 Ultra, but you don't get even 60 watts of charging at 45 watts, which I guess you can consider fast, but this does charge faster. Now, it doesn't have wireless charging, and for the price you're getting, like for a MSRP of $1,700, granted you can find this on sale, and I'm going to get to pricing in a moment. I kind of wish they would have added wireless charging, but it's not a huge deal breaker for me. Like, I'm not really upset that this doesn't come with wireless charging. Yeah, I have a wireless charger right over here, but you know, that's okay. That's perfectly fine with me. It still has fast wired charging, and it lasts me all day, and that's what matters to me. And I'm using the inner display more than I am the outer display, and that doesn't mean a lot because I'm using more screen real estate. You would expect the battery to die out faster, and surprisingly, it doesn't. So good job, OnePlus. Good job on the battery optimization. Keep it up. I can't wait to see what OnePlus Open 2 has to offer in the battery department. Now let's talk about the pricing. Here's the thing. $1,700 is a lot, and that's the MSRP. When this first was released, OnePlus had some really good deals, and I picked it up for around like 580 bucks. I traded my OnePlus 11. I got some other good deals. And for 580, that's like a steal of a price, but I don't know if you're going to be getting it for, you can get it for 580 anymore. But here's the thing, this device will always go on sale. OnePlus is known, as well as other companies like Samsung, they're known for having their devices to consistently go on sale. So you don't need to worry about when can I pick this up at a lower price. I would say if you're in the market looking to pick up a OnePlus Open, don't pick it up at $1,700. Don't pick it up at the MSRP. Wait for it to go on sale. And again, I'll be leaving links in the description down below if you do want to check out the OnePlus Open. And from time to time, I will be putting up deals on my community tab. If you haven't subscribed already, definitely be sure to subscribe to be on the lookout for those. On my community tab, I'll be putting some deals of various devices when they go on sale so you don't miss out. But just to gather my final thoughts about this device 4 months later, it's held up really good. The design has been good. Like, there's been no issues with folding in and out. I've had no dings, no scratches whatsoever. The performance still is great like day one. Just that one annoyance of a software, more of a software issue. Camera has also been really good. Battery life, still as good as day one and has fast charging. And the pricing is subjective to change throughout the year. I don't think it's going to be more expensive, obviously, than its MSRP, but from time to time, it will drop in price. So definitely be sure to be on the lookout for that. But still, right now, at the time of this recording, this is still the best foldable, in my opinion, that you can pick up here in the US. And even though this is a first-gen device, I really believe that OnePlus did a phenomenal job, and it makes me more excited for what OnePlus will offer with the Open 2. All of this being said, pretty much in the video, I can easily recommend this as a foldable to anyone here in the US. It's going to be the OnePlus Open. And I also have this to say, try out a foldable. Don't skip on them. I truly think that we are not even really diving into what a foldable is. I truly think they are the future, whether it's a foldable phone or a foldable tablet, whatever it is. We are just at the beginning of what a foldable device in general is. I think they're going to be the future. I mean, imagine you have a phone, you fold it out, you have a tablet, and you fold out, you have like a larger tablet you can use as a laptop, whatever it is. Just having a multi-device kind of experience in one device in general just folds. There's so many different things we can do with foldables, so many opportunities that we just haven't really dived into or delved into. It's kind of in the morning, so I'm still kind of trying to gather my thoughts here. But we're still at the beginning of what a foldable needs to be. I think they are the future. Definitely be sure to check out the OnePlus Open. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to Superman the like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video because it really does help out the channel a lot. It will help push my content out to more people. Definitely be sure to check out my latest wallpaper pack and link in the descriptions down below, as well as my latest merchandise. I have desk mats, I have coffee mugs, I have joggers, sweatshirts, sweaters, duffel bags, you name it, we got it. And also, OnePlus 12 review 1 month later is coming along very well. Still gathering my thoughts using this device. And be sure to stay on the lookout for that video if you are interested. And a spoiler alert, for the price you're getting with the OnePlus 12, I think OnePlus is really heading back to its roots of a flagship killer. So yeah, that's my spoilers. Definitely be sure to stay tuned for that. Anyway, that's been it for me. I'll catch you guys in the next episode.